Hottentot Venus was infamous for her buttocks and alleged extended labia. She was exhibited in a cage similar to a freak show across Europe. When she died, her remains were kept by Georges Cuvier, a French anatomist who had followed her exhibitions in London and Paris. He dissected her genitalia and made a plaster cast of her body and placed her brains and genitals in jars of formaldehyde. For decades, her remains were displayed at French museums and not returned to South Africa until April 2002. Most researchers believe that the European fascination with Bartman was not for scientific purposes as much as they were for hidden erotic desires based on diaries of Cuvier. Through Bartman's story, black women's sexuality became consistent with sexual deviance. The language used in representing her established the historically derogatory image of the black female body. Today, black female bodies are continually excluded from Western discourse on beauty and femininity, and black female images are mostly visible in marginalized, sexualized scenes. This video is in response to the question, what is the impact of Sarah Bartman's legacy on current representations of the black female body, as her genitals were seen as hypersexual, abnormal, not beautiful, but freakish? There is a cultural resistance to this language and exhibition of black women's bodies, but our generation has begun to embrace the idea of the deviant black female sexuality, and we sometimes call it sexual agency. Hear the voices of those we don't hear from, the women who should be defining black female sexuality and what it means to them.
Beautiful, unique, because there's different sizes and shapes in any black woman. No black woman is the same.
Voluptuous, beautiful, real. I feel like a lot of black women are afraid to be themselves naturally.
As a child, I was able to really just embrace who I was. They let me express myself through whatever it is that I wanted, whatever it was that I wanted to do. And much like that now, I got a lot of encouragement, a lot of self-esteem building, so I didn't grow up with as many insecurities as some other girls would have. So,
well, when's the last time you've seen a shampoo commercial with a black woman in it? I mean, the only hair commercials you see white women with long, wavy hair, perfect hair that a comb runs through. You know, that's not us. I mean, yes, I have this. This isn't even mine. You know what I mean? Like, there needs to be organizations that are implemented for young women of color that show us that we are beautiful, that teach us to be confident in who we are naturally.
Like, I know one movement is Black Girls Rock. I love that. I think because they accept all body types, everything. I think that's uplifting to little girls and everywhere. Because right now it seems like if you don't have a big butt, big boobs, you're not gonna make it. So I think that's helpful.
I think that, okay, with Nicki Minaj talking about her body, one could say she's very confident in herself and she has self-esteem, and then someone else could say, you know, it's degrading and you really shouldn't have to talk about that. But I think with young girls, I think, you know, that could influence girls to really focus more on their bodies and not their mind or their soul, and to just be focused on the wrong things. And if a girl like me growing up, I don't have a bottom, I don't have breasts, but in the sense that if I listen to everything Nicki Minaj said, you know, I could have low self-esteem.
Yeah. Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, they're not necessarily dancing on men, you know, but how they portray themselves, most people would consider that to be negative. And I don't really know how to think about that, what I think of that. Where do you draw the line? I don't know. It's hard for me to put them in a box and say, oh, you're portraying yourself in a negative light, you're degrading yourself.
I think we are portrayed so bad because every black person is not ghetto, every black woman does not fight, and it's like when you watch that, you think, oh, well, every black woman looks like, acts like that, and that's not true. I don't throw drinks, I don't fight, that's not for me.
Where do you draw the line, I guess? Where do you draw the line between this is positive and this is negative? If that is defined, if someone can define that line,